Mr. Natty Turner one, he says, Mike McCallum needs to be in this tournament. I know I'm biased, me too, but I could see him beating all these guys at middle in a 15-rounder. In fact, in my opinion, he already beat Tourney 2 times out of 3. And my reply to that is that Mike McCallum is in the light middle tournament. I actually had his name on the list before Sugar Ray Robinson. The reason I took McCallum out is because he got defeated by Roy Jones when he's quite old. He lost 2 out of 3 against Tourney, and just like you, I think he won 2 out of 3 of them. But at the same time, that could have biased everybody's decision and just enabled them to pick against him. In the light middleweight division, where he knocked out Milton McCrory, Don Curry, and Julian Jackson, when we do that tournament, we'll see where he ranks in that, we'll see. The reason I was reluctant to put Sugar Ray Robinson in the tournament was because of the age gap difference. I was wondering if we had any young adjudicators on the board, like Reese is young, but he's very knowledgeable, so I didn't have to really worry about that. Because a young person who doesn't know much about, who might not know a lot about Robinson, he might be biased in picking against him. But he actually did all right in the tournament. I can't remember where he ranked. Was it? He came in about... not that, he didn't do that good, actually. Jetstar Wind, he says, Roy in his prime. And I'm assuming that he said that in a complimentary sort of way. The Dali Arabian, he says he's picking Joe Gans. His record was unbelievable. He's talking about when we do the lightweight tournament. Black Dynamite 1983. He says C/S. In internet talk, I'm not quite sure what that is. Apollo Don. Roy Jones beats them all except Sugar Ray Robinson. Not sure about that one. Roy Jones was just too advanced, even for today's time, and probably for the next few decades. Laughing out loud. Hard to argue with that assessment there. Action Guard Action, he says, hell yeah. Phantom 001, he says, damn good vid. PNC King, he says, great vid, keep them coming. Really appreciate all that, you guys. Bin Umar 16, he says, great vid as usual. For the 6th lightweight, I honestly think it should be Ike Williams. I honestly think if Ike Williams is not in there, the list is invalid. I know I'm probably the only person to bring him up, but he was a beast. He fought like the Dark Destroyer. Stiff jab, great right hand. One of the best punches in boxing history. Great chin. Top 2-3 lightweight of all time, no doubt. Yeah, one of the more striking boxing memories that stay stuck in my head was when he had Bo Jack on the ropes. And he just reeled off that combination, boy. Like, damn, man. That was just like, wow, that's just archive boxing memorabilia there, that is, man. Kylo 519. I also think Roy's chin was affected by his weight cutting and age. Guys with his style decline fast because he was so dependent on his reflexes. Whereas guys like Hopkins, who are all brain and little brawn, they last forever. Roy used to cut down from almost 180 to 160. No one beats him at 160. Kylo 515, he also says, great video, but do you guys realize how big young Roy Jones Jr. was at 160? Not to mention, he is the most physically talented boxer ever, in my opinion. I think he has too many unfair advantages against the guys you mentioned. That's just in my opinion. You guys need to do this for every weight. Well, we do plan to. The lighter weights like straw weight and minimum weight, whatever, they could prove to be bothersome. Reese Shigori says, video sounds gangster with the cleaning up. That's Reese, who participated in the video. He's complimenting my editing skills. You know what I mean? Well, I do what I do, Thank you, Reese. Sean Newton. Sugar Ray Leonard could adjust and fight differently. He hit harder, used a jab, and had a way better chin. So I see Sugar Ray Leonard beating Jones. Sugar Ray Leonard fought way harder punches and just as dominant fighters. Roy never has. King James 1101. Heavies. Ali Tyson, Lewis, Holmes, Vitali, Bo. Damn, son, you know what I mean? You're doing my job for me there, man. I don't think I really need to pick a tournament. You know what I mean? That's a perfect tournament. I mean, that lineup there, that will cover the 80s up until the early part of the millennium. That covers that section there. No doubt. Great list. Great list. 78 Sports TV. Excellent. No doubt. 78 being an obvious contributor on this video. Haplotype 0. The only thing about it is, can Roy Jones's chin hold shot from Robinson, who was definitely fast enough to catch him and had deadly power? Jones's weakness is his chin. I say Robinson could beat anyone on the list in his prime. No argument from me here. Devon 582. No disrespect, but you all got Robinson way too high up there. I watched some of his fights. His style is not that advanced. His legs, his head movement was subpar. His reflexes subpar. To me, he is not that advanced as a fighter. To have him beating most of these top names, Devon 582 is not sure about. Sean Newton, he says, you never saw the best Sugar Ray Robinson. He was old and sliding in the videos that are available. That's in reply to Devon 582. Yeah, it's hard to get any welterweight footage of Sugar Ray Robinson. And that's when you need to see him doing what he was doing. But at the same time, he was still a great middleweight. No doubt about that. Devon 582, he says, I knew he was going to say Kelly Pavlik, laughing out loud. A prime Hopkins was the Hopkins who fought Trinidad, in Devon 582's opinion. He's replying to what Reese Shigori said about, did Hopkins ever have a prime? Because he's still going at 48, and it's a good question. And Reese said Hopkins' prime was probably against Kelly Pavlik. I did chime in and say I thought it was Trinidad too. So we're on the same page there, Devon 582. Devon 582, he also says Hopkins beats everybody at middleweight. Not called Roy Jones at the time. Y'all need to watch Hopkins fight. He is probably the greatest middle to ever lace it up. Marvin Hagler is a brawler with mad determination, heart and punching power. You see, everybody thinks Hagler was a brawler because Hagler only really gained notoriety after he knocked out Hearns, and he was already aging by that stage there. And yet it was a more flat-footed Hagler, and the fights were a bit more exciting. But Hagler actually, in his prime years, is a boxer. That's what Hagler was. Reef from Newark, BST, lightweight, last man, Hector Camacho. We're on the same page, bro. We're on the same page. The only reason I'm reluctant to put Camacho in there is because everybody is going to bet against him. I'm going to put Camacho in the junior lightweight tournament. That's where I'm going to put Hector Camacho. Reef also comments again and says Bratton and Hearns, and I suppose he's talking about when we do the welterweight tournament. Jimmy Bratton. Okay. I believe he's from, is he a Sugar Ray Robinson era? I'm not quite sure. I'll have to do a little research on that. Reef is the type of guy, you know, like he'll check. He's a historian on it. So if you don't know what you're talking about, he'll embarrass you, kind of. I mean, you're like, yeah, I know that guy. You don't really know who the fuck. Go on, you get what I'm saying? I do know the name Jimmy Bratton, but it's just stumping me at the moment.
I am ranked number one. That means I'm the best. But this bum been taking the easy matches, fighting other bums. I'm telling you and everybody here, I'll fight him anywhere, anytime.
Reef from Newark, YTBC, stand up brothers, welterweight tournament, Gavilan, De La Hoya, Pacquiao, Napolis, Mosley, Hearns, Duran, Leonard, Floyd. Impressive suggestions there. I would expect no less from Reef though. Haplotype 0, he says, great concept for a video. That's tough to call. I assume we are talking all guys in their prime. Roy in his prime is tough to beat. Robinson or Roy Jones Jr. Devon 582, hell no. Roy would demolish Ray Robinson at middleweight. Y'all crazy. Laughing out loud. Jay Dills, he says, the YTBC keep grinding them videos. Well, you know, we do what we do. So that's the mailbag for the middleweight tournament. I'm going to discuss all the names who's going to go in the lightweight tournament, which is going to be next. I forgot one of you guys' names, but you suggested heavyweight. They said it was so good, I'm going to just use your list, but I'm going to fit Holyfield in there somehow. Because originally, all the tournaments were going to be a Super 6. But with your names there, I'm going to have to find an extra name and make it a Super 8. I will run with that. Peace.